Good morning, Glammies. This is going to be a get ready with me using my 2026 Project Panning products. I plan on getting rid of 26 in 26. So let's hope that I can do that. It's going to be a rolling pan. So when I'm finished with something, I'm going to be bringing it in. So I may even get more than 26 items finished this year. Let's hope for that. So last year, and I'm not counting last year's in the 26 items finished for this year, but last year I finished Be Pure's Essentially Ageless Primer. And I'm bringing in Cosmic Colors Perfect Skin Ultra Blur Primer. And I'm counting this as item 1. I also finished last year Sephora's Best Skin Ever in 11.5 P. P stands for pink. So I then brought in Maybelline's BB Fresh Foundation or BB Cream. So I'm counting this as item 2, but it is finished. So that's one item from the 26 items. So we're down to 25 items. I then brought in CoverGirl's Ready Set Gorgeous, and I finished this. So I'm counting this as 3. So we still have 24 items to finish. I am bringing in as the replacement for all of those foundations, Wet n Wild's Photo Finish Foundation in Soft Ivory. You'll get to see all the products I'm using in action with this video. And this is product 4. I also had a mascara in the project last year, but I've decided to keep mascaras out of this because they're just too easy. I mean, let's face it. I'm also going to include some hair product. Now, I just picked this up from the Dollar Tree. It is John Frieda's Deep Sea Hydration Hair Mask. And this is product number 5. I'm also going to use OGX's Coconut Miracle Oil. And this is product number 6. I just want to get rid of these. I like them, but I need to get rid of them. And I want to use them. In skincare, I finished the Be Pure Glow Up Toner with watermelon extract, and it looked like this. I hated this. Absolutely would never repurchase this again as long as I live. It stinks, and it's slimy. I don't do slimy and cold, ever. And this is product number 7. I'm replacing it with Nivea's Organic Rosewater Toner for all skin types. I really do like this, but I find that the toner step isn't very necessary for me. But this is item 8. For a face serum, I'm using up Be Pure's watermelon extract with niacinamide, and hopefully I can get this finished. And this is item number 9. I'm also going to try and use up this Chupa Chupa Watermelon Swirl Hand Cream, and this is item 10. Now, I'm not panning any eye primers, but I am rotating between Milani's eye primer and Ioni's eye primer. And the Ioni eye primer is already on my eyes. Like I said, I'm not panning a mascara, but I am rotating between Le Mercier's mascara, LA Colors Volume Mascara, and Lancome's Lashy Dull. I'm going to be putting this one on today. I'm not actively panning a Brow Freeze product, but I am using this one until it is gone. This is the Ioni's Brow Freeze, and I'll be putting this on. So for the eyes, here's where it gets a little complicated for what I'm doing right now anyways, because I'm not going to be using every single item I show you right at the moment. It will come up later, but not right this moment. Anyways, I am going to pan LA Colors Shadow Stick in Cruising, and this is item 11. Ioni's Glitter in Gold Sparkle, I believe, and this is item 12. I'm also panning LA Colors Eye Pencil in Far Out Green. Now here's where it gets weird, because I'm panning Too Faced Everything Nice palette. I'm actively working on 2 Glam, Honey Pot, and Fond of You. But I'm not counting this as an item of the 26 and 26. It's just going to be used, and when it's gone, it's gone. So I'm going to put on Cruising right now as an eye primer. That way it ensures that it's getting used. And it's a good color for this too. I've used weirdo colors and had no problem. Because once an eyeshadow goes over top of it, you're golden. And if you do have a weirdo color, like I wanted to pan this shade right here from e.l.f., but I'm not ready to do that yet. But if you are doing that, just keep it out of the inner corner and you would be good. This is where I'm not panning, but I'm using an eyeshadow from my schedule. If you saw my Plan Your Makeup video, this is where this comes in. And I will put it up there for you to check it out if you missed it. And the eyeshadow on the agenda is Too Faced Pumpkin Spice. And I will be using shade 2, shade 3, and shade 6. And the first shade I'll be using is Pumpkin Spice, or shade 4. And that is going into the transition. I absolutely love this palette, and I love this color. I didn't think I'd ever love an orange. Well, I guess I could have wore this today, huh? But I'm showing you what I'm panning. And I'm low-key panning the Pumpkin Spice palette along with the Huda Mercury Retrograde palette. I'm using those all throughout the year, but I'm focusing on the Too Faced Everything Nice. The next shade is Cocoa Drizzle, and I am putting it along the lash line and into the crease and under the eye to the center of my pupil. Oh, I love this palette so much. I know I said that earlier, but I can't help it. So wonderful to just use it all over my eyeballs. There we go. The next shade is shade number 2, and it is Crisp. And I'm placing that on the lid. I gotta say that shadow pencil, Cruisin', really helped out in the inner corner. I don't have to really add anything there now. I like that. That's gonna be nice. I'm gonna put it under the eye as well. Meet it up to the center of the pupil with Drizzle. So this is basically a brown, an orange, and a pink. I'm sure you have that in your collection if you don't have the pumpkin spice. It's a great way to start using your collection. And just because I want to use it, I'm going to add whipped cream to the inner corner because I am trying to get rid of this as well, so I may as well do it. Even though I really did like cruising the eyeshadow pencil in there. My goal is to use as much product in a single sitting as I possibly can. I'm not actively panning an eyeliner, but I am using LA Colors eye marker to line my eyes. Now this is where I am going to use this green eyeliner pencil. It's with my Maybelline Gel Pot eyeliner, and I'm just going to put it into that and run it on my waterlines. This is the easiest way to use up a colored pencil that you do not want to use as is. And if you're wondering, well, how is it going to use it? It does, trust me. I just finished a whole one of these from Le Mercier doing it this way. This is where I'm adding the sparkle liner in the inner corner. Now I do this usually after putting the water lines in because I do not want to accidentally get any of this in my eye. So this is generally the very last step of the eye look. And I hope and pray Ioni comes out with these again. Oh, and in fact, I wish they would put out a silver. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm wasting this. Oh. But you know what? They always say, I mean, when you love something, you want to save it for a fancy thing, right? But is there ever a fancy thing? Maybe once a year. So just use your product. Next is my primer and my foundation. Now, as you can see, my face is a little bit light, and that is why this is not a favorite. And that is why I'm panning it, because I'm not going to want to be going out every day in this looking like this. Although it ends up pretty nice after I get everything on. And I am going to be low-key panning this bronzer in Sun Goddess from LA Colors as well because of this. The next item I am panning is Be Pure's Glow Up Wand in medium light or light medium. And this is item 14. Next is blush. And I am panning LA Colors Peachaboo. And it is item 15. The highlighter I'm panning is LA Colors Glow Stick. And this is item 16. This glow stick is just absolutely stunning. Look at that, guys. One swipe, we're done. Down the nose, done. I love this. Doesn't have a lot to, well, actually, it could have quite a bit to go. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to finish this. I'd like to get it done because it is a cream product. Next is brows. And I've been actively panning LA Colors Universal Brow for quite a while now. I hit pan on the under the eyebrow shade, but this is number 17. I'm also panning e.l.f.'s dark brown brow pencil. I used to love this, but now I find it's a weird shade. It's almost like for gray hair. And I guess you could think, well, you have gray hair, you should love it, but I really don't. But you know what? Loved it at one point, so I guess it'll grow on me. It is a very nice pencil. It works beautifully. It's just the color. I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Although it is looking very close to my hair, but I just can't get over that color since finding this one again. I stopped using this one because I'm like, it's Dollar Tree. But I went back to it. I'm not going to be wearing this today because this and this do not play well together. But I am going to put the cream color under the brow. There's a pan there, and I want to keep that pan going. You know, the more I look at this eyebrow color, the more I don't mind it. Maybe it was just this over top of this that had me thinking, but by itself, I'm not actually hating it. I know, you know, We like something one day, we hate it the next. It's just the way makeup rolls. I have 8 lip products I'm trying to get through, and it would be great if I could get them all done. The first one is item 19, and this is Ioni's pH Lip Balm. It changes to a pink when you put it on. I plan on using this before going to bed, because I would never wear this out of the house. Item 20 is NYX's Lip Liner in Never. This was a favorite for 100 years. I've gone through so many of these. And then I found MAC, and I still have about 10 of these left. I really need to use them. I don't know what is wrong with me. So here are the 6 lipsticks and 1 lip gloss that I'm panning, actively panning. The first one is Revlon's Skyline Pink, and this is item 21. Be Pure's Lip Oil, and it is right there. And this is item 22. NARS Mini in Laguna, and this is item 23. Viva Colors in this beautiful pink shade, there's no name, and this is item 24. Cosmic Colors in 05, and this is item 25. We're almost there. And item 26 is Natasha Denona's Natasha, and I am wearing her right now. She's right there. This has been fun. Guys, I am not going to keep track of usage. I'm not going to keep track of how much has been used throughout this project. That is way too much for my little brain to keep track of. I just don't have that brain power to do it, and I won't remember. So there's that. This is the 26 items in 2026 that I am actively panning. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye!